Hi, today we're going to read Magda's Piñata Magic. It's by Becky Chalvarez, and illustrations are by Anne Vega. Okay? One cool October morning, Magda Madrigal and her brothers and cousins were playing at Abuela's. As Magda chanted her favorite jump rope song, they heard something in the distance. Beep, 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 beep. The honking horn was coming closer and closer. It grew so loud that Magda lost her rhythm. Caramba, said Magda. I'll start over. 1, 2, 3, 4. But then Magda stopped again, landing on both feet. What's up, Magda? Asked her cousin Karina. That's Tio Manuel's truck, Magda answered. The jump rope flew up in the air, and the children scrambled towards Abuela's driveway. Tio Manuel was back from his Saturday morning trip to the mercado, the Mexican market, and today he brought home something extra special. What is it? Let's see, the children cried. It was just one day until Gabriel's birthday, and Tio Manuel couldn't keep his surprise a secret any longer. He hopped into the truck bed and waved at them to come over and take a peek. Eduardo played a drum roll on the fender, and all the cousins lined up along the truck bed. Magda lifted Gabriel up to watch. Tio Manuel unveiled his surprise. The children's mouth fell wide open. It was a life-sized piñata, and a look-alike of Gabriel, and wearing his favorite outfit, too. A cowboy shirt, a fringed vest, blue jeans, and boots, complete with toy spurs. Tio Manuel raised the piñata over their heads. Look, kids, I found Gabriel's twin brother, joked Tio Manuel. Señor Santiago, el piñatero made it to look just like this photograph of Gabriel. That's me, gasped Gabriel. Sí, mijo, Tio said proudly, and just imagine all the candy that will fit inside of you. Tio Manuel grabbed a handful of dulces, Mexican candies, from his shirt pocket and sprinkled them over the kids' heads. More, Tio, more, they shouted. But Gabriel was quiet, standing as stiff as the piñata. Tio, said Eduardo, I don't know if Abuela's tree is strong enough to hold it. Let's see, answered Tio Manuel. Eduardo, get me the ladder. Magda, bring your jump rope. Gabriel, go pick the branch where we will hang the piñata. And Gabriel stood under the old cottonwood tree and pointed. That one, Tio. And then Tio Manuel threw the jump rope over the branch and tied the piñata. Meanwhile, Abuela and Mommy sat and watched everything from the porch swing. Mira, hija, that's the prettiest piñata I've ever seen. How pretty, Abuela said. Sí, it's too pretty to break, said Mama, shaking her head. What a shame. Gabriel watched as Tio Manuel pulled the piñata up and down and swung it from side to side. Magda and the cousins practiced swatting gently at the piñata. Even Abuela's cat, Tita, played along, snapping at their shoelaces. Stop it, Gabriel shouted suddenly. Mama says it's not nice to tear up toys. Oh, Gabriel, piñatas aren't toys. Well, not exactly, explained Mama. They're made to be broken. It's tradition. And this one was made to break tomorrow. It's for your birthday. To break? I don't want you to break me, said Gabriel, holding his arms out to protect it. It's mine. It even looks like me. Go break your own piñata. Kerpow! Shouted Eduardo as he took an imaginary swing at the piñata. Magda scowled at Eduardo, who was only making matters worse. Gabriel, she began, everybody's expecting the piñata tomorrow. Remember your invitations? It said, come to Gabriel's piñata party for a smashing good time. It's a game, hijito, Mama added. You'll see. Well, I don't know, Gabriel stuttered. But it's my piñata, he wailed at last, and ran into Abuela's house. Everyone looked at each other. What a baby, whined Eduardo. Well, he is the youngest, reminded Mamma. He's barely 4, Eduardo. Maybe he's not ready for a piñata, said Magda. Tio Manuel shrugged his shoulders and took the piñata into Abuela's garage for the coming day. That night, Magda stayed with Abuela Madrigal so she could help decorate for the party. But Magda couldn't sleep. She tried counting sheep, but all the sheep turned into Gabriel's piñata, swinging from Abuela's cottonwood tree. Magda wondered how to save the piñata and the party. What can we do, Tita? Magda whispered, and ideas swam in Magda's head. Maybe Tio Manuel could sit in the cottonwood tree and toss candies down at the kids. No, Tita, that wouldn't be safe. We need helmets and goggles, Magda said. She rubbed her head just thinking about all those candies raining down. And then Magda spotted on the nightstand a photograph of Mama working at Gabriel's preschool carnival, and she sat up in bed. A fish pond game, said Magda. We could put the candies in bags and use Tio Manuel's fishing pole. But that idea faded when Magda remembered that the game was only for little kids. We need something for everybody, said Magda. Maybe we could put the piñata candies in a jar and let everyone guess how many there are inside. But Gabriel and his friends could only count up to 20. They wouldn't have a chance, sighed Magda. She noticed another picture nearby. It was Magda, Eduardo, and Gabriel, all holding Easter baskets full of colorful plastic eggs and confetti-filled cascarones. A piñata candy hunt? Thought Magda. Then she imagined everyone crawling around through Abuela's flowers, herbs, and chiles. Abuela's flower beds and gardens were strictly off limits. Not even Tita was allowed in there. Finally, Magda grabbed a flashlight and tiptoed out of the house and into Abuela's garage. She climbed onto a stepladder to get a look at the piñata, and suddenly there was a scratch, scratch, scratch in the dark, and then there was a high-pitched squeak. Looking around in the dark with a shudder, Magda lost her balance and slipped onto the floor. Something began breathing on Magda and licked her face. "Ay, Tita, it's only you," she said with relief to the furry, purring face. And then the garage lights came on. "Magdalena, what are you up to?" barked Tio. "I thought you were a prowler." "Do you promise not to laugh, Tio?" asked Magda, flashing her best smile. "I am in no mood for joking." "Tell me, Magda, pronto. It's midnight," groaned Tio. "Well, Tio, Gabriel doesn't want to break his piñata, but everyone's excited because it's supposed to be a piñata party. What can we do?" she asked. "Well, I thought about buying another piñata," Tio said, "but Señor Santiago's shop is closed on Saturday." They both sat on the garage floor and stared at the piñata. The piñata seemed to stare back at them, and suddenly Tita darted across. "What's bothering you?" said Magda. Tita had spotted a cricket, and when the lively cricket at last hopped away, Tita strolled over to her feeder. She lifted one delicate paw and pressed down on the handle. Out tumbled a snack. Tita nibbled her treat, and then licked her paws clean, and slipped out her squeaky pet door for a midnight stroll. "Tita!" exclaimed Magda. "You're the smartest cat alive! Look, Tio!" But there was no answer. "Tio!" called Magda. "Tio!" Tio Manuel was fast asleep on the floor, snoring. "Oh, poor Tio. You go ahead and sleep, and I'll do all the work," whispered Magda. Like a cat, Magda crawled on all fours toward Tita's feeder. Magda took the ribbon from her pocket and tied it to the feeder handle, and she pulled on it, and out popped some cat treats. Then Magda poked her head in and out of Tita's pet door. Magda nodded to herself. Now she could get to work. First, Magda searched the garage shelves for supplies. There were all kinds of things. Old mayonnaise and baby food jars were lined up in neat rows, and each was full of rubber bands, twine, buttons, marbles, fishing line. There were too many toys on the top shelves, and Abuelo Madrigal's old toolbox was there too. "Nada. There's nothing here for Gabriel's piñata," she grumbled. But Magda concentrated a minute longer. And suddenly, All the junk seemed perfect for creating some piñata magic. Quietly and carefully she clipped and snipped and tied and stapled every which way, making a piñata that everyone could enjoy, especially Gabriel. The next day, the party guests were amazed by how much the piñata resembled Gabriel. Everyone took a picture of Gabriel in his cowboy outfit standing next to the piñata. The two of them looked like twins, except Gabriel was frowning. When the time came to blow out the candles on his birthday cake, Gabriel closed his eyes, bit his lip, and made a long wish. "Hurry up!" the children yelled. Eager to break the piñata, they gobbled down their slices of cake. But not Gabriel. He barely touched his cake. Finally, everyone gathered in the backyard. Gabriel clutched Magda's hand, praying that his birthday wish would come true. As Tío Manuel pulled the piñata high into the air, Magda whispered something in Gabriel's ear. "No one will break it, I promise." "Blindfold me. Where's the stick? Let me take a good whack at it," Eduardo demanded. "Eduardo, it's not that kind of piñata anymore," said Magda. "This piñata will last forever." Puzzled looks appeared on the children's faces. Even Mama, Papa, and Abuela Madrigal looked at one another, wondering what Magda was talking about. Tío lowered the piñata so that Magda could demonstrate. There were some new things on the piñata today. A cowboy lasso and a yo-yo now dangled from the piñata's hands. Magda tugged on them, and candies tumbled out of the piñata's sleeves. Then she pulled on a large red bandana in the back jeans pocket, and another shower of treats popped out like magic. Tío Manuel jiggled the piñata, which now wore a torn backpack, and each time Tío made the piñata dance, candy scattered in every direction, and so did the children. "Wow! My wish came true," said Gabriel. The children took turns jumping and hopping and yelling and screaming to get at the candy falling from the hidden doors and flaps that Magda had made. And when at last the piñata was empty, Gabriel begged, "More, more!" "Gabriel, there's no more candy," explained Tío Manuel. "Everyone's had a turn." "But Tita hasn't had hers," said Gabriel. "Let's fill up the piñata with cat treats." "What an idea! A tradition for the whole family to enjoy," Mama chuckled. Magda scooped up Abuela's cats into her arms. "Oh, Tita, how could I forget you?" "Leave it to Magda to give this piñata extra lives," boasted Tío Manuel. "Oh, no, Tío. Tita deserves all the credit. She's the one who gave me the idea to save the party." So in this book, we have a problem and a solution. What was the problem? Yeah, Gabriel did not want his piñata broken. And what ended up being the solution? That's right. Magda made it so that it had trap doors that could let the candies out and they didn't have to break the piñata. That's a nice family story. All right, have a great day.